Morning. So, welcome to the Super Stream Saturday. We're going to do some game asset creation in this first section. So, we will, keep creating wooden assets probably. I will do another fence type, a bit higher one. That is, well, nicer to do. We will do a chest, sure. We might do a stone wall as well. Just setting up some ideas. A bucket would be nice, but I'm not sure what like inventory type of items we need. So we will see how that goes. A rock. I want to do some rock tests, and maybe some houses in the end. Okay. Let's screencast the keys. We're going to start with a new fence type. So let's reset the cursor to the center. And reset our camera position as well. Is the audio not working properly? Or is that just for one person? Because if that's something that many people are experiencing, I might have to change something. Or is it fine? Okay. Well, mine player, I don't know what's happening over there, but doesn't seem like it's my fault. So this is rather an experimental type of fence. Of course, I didn't create one of these before. But I think I might be cool. There's something different, something unique in here. But you probably see what I'm going for. Just this kind of back and forward type of fence. Which, to be honest, I don't like that much. Yeah, we won't. You think it looks nice? I don't. Okay, so we will do something more classical and get rid of these edges again. Of course, I want to have some noise here. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was too thick, you know? I wasn't pleased with that fact. This is very tall, but this is supposed to be a very tall fence. So it needs to block your view. That is what it is for, to help me a bit with the level design. I mean, you can see through it, but it feels like it's a rather it's a barrier that you can't just step over, you know? And that was what I was going for. So it serves its purpose. Because we have two smaller ones, one for the fields and one for the garden maybe or something. And I want one that separates two sections of the level, or well, helps you separating fields even more. I don't know, should we keep these inside here or put them back here? I think inside is nice. Yeah. But I'll add a loop cut here as well. It might stick out a couple of times, but overall it should work. Yeah, that is nice. Let's do some details on the length. That should do. And just join them all together. Okay, let's assign the wood material. Reset the UVs, scale them to 0, and place them. I feel like doing this with a darker one. Let's add a new wood color, a like less saturated one, but still a dark one. So let's go over here. Select the dark wood color. Get the tools ready. Desaturate it. Maybe make it even a bit darker. Yeah. Save it. Reopen the texture in Blender. It's not really that nice that there isn't a like texture refresh in Blender itself. I would like to have that, but simply doesn't exist. Could do this, but I don't like it. Let's keep it simple. Also, the naming here is not properly. Oh, let's Google the name for this, because I don't know what that is called in English. Scarecrow, okay. There we go. And this is fence 03. Yeah. And when we're going to duplicate it, rename it flat, so that we keep all the Lowpoly assets as well for later usage. Yeah, these are still blue. I don't know. Not that important. I think we need some more red in there. If it gets desaturated, sometimes tends to, yeah, change the color a bit. I don't know why, but that might be a psychological effect or something. Yeah, now it's almost too red again, but it's fine. Okay, there we go. Let's smooth this one. Get our bevel tool. No, wait. Select the hard edges. Sharp edges. There we go. This way we don't have these middle ones selected, which is better for beveling. And let's put this to smooth. Yeah, that is nice. And let's save. Okay, we did the fence, so let's get that off of our list. Now we're going to do a chest. Small on the big one. So we center the cursor, we center the camera. It's just a good habit to realign everything when you start again, because that will keep your workflow a bit smoother. So let's create a cube. I guess we could also do animations for these right now, so that could be a fun part. I don't know whether we need animations, but I feel like doing animations. So, why not? Fill this in and fill this in, because there are no faces, or there were no faces right now. Move this 2 units. Oh, it's still based on the cursor. Let's set this to median point. Scale it on 0.8. So that we get the same scale factor on top and on the bottom. Extrude these a bit. So this is the basic structure. Let's add some mechanical elements back here. Let's go with 5. Where's the base? Yeah, it's back there. That's good. Duplicate it over here. Okay. Now I want to add some planks as well to the chest. So simply add some cubes for that purpose. Get them into the edges first. Or into the corners. keep the language a bit more precise. There we go. And then also between those. Yeah, 3 of them should do well. I know this is a lot of detail, but there won't be that many chests on the or in the game. Or if there are, we might add bigger chests so we reduce the detail. But I don't know. I want to keep this wooden detail in here. We might enable matcap for solid view mode so that we can see the geometry a bit better. It's ambient occlusion. Yeah, I was probably lacking the ambient occlusion. Okay, there we go. Okay, I feel like need a base for this as well. Maybe a topping. Yeah. Delete these faces. And then we're going to extrude them, scale them, except in the Z dimension. This should look good. Yeah. Place these on the right spot again. And now we're doing the same thing for the top part. So let's duplicate base and topping first. Or maybe we don't need the other details over here. Oh, let's join them together. Yeah, I feel like this should work already. This is a rather weird container, I don't know, but something interesting. If it isn't our normal container, we will use it for something else. And now the last little detail. Add a cube. Scale it in the Z. Add a loop cut. Reshape this a bit. So that it looks like a log. So, but I want some animations for this. Let's color this first. You unwrap, scale to 0, move to the dark one, yes. But I want to keep these bright. And then we also need some metal for the mechanical elements at the back and the block. Probably don't need this top face, so let's delete it. The same goes for these. Oh, this will be hard. Maybe from front view, yeah. Because I want to reduce the geometry count as much as possible. Then what else is not needed? Guess that's it. Okay, let's add some animations. No, don't add animations, add metal. Ah. I'm already getting confused. Okay. Let's select these and assign the metal material. It already looks good. But I want to make them a bit brighter. Okay, there we go. Save this. And now cursor to selected and add a new armature. Let's set it like this. To get a very simple bone setup, create with empty groups. That's what we want. And now, let's see. This object should have, yeah, some groups. We want bone 1 to control no, this is not bone 1, this is bone point 1. Assign. And then everything else. Should be controlled by bone. Yeah, bone, like it doesn't have a proper noun. So let's try to go into pose mode. And there we go. Okay. Let's go into animation view. That's the nice thing Blender has, that you can customize the view very quickly. And like pro tip, use Control and the arrow keys to switch between the view modes, yeah. This is nice, there's like a barrel in the chest. Who? Okay. Let's add or let's set the animation length to about, where's it, end frame 30 probably. And save the rotation. And in the end it should be opened. This already looks too opened. Yeah, I will go with less than 90 degrees. And save the rotation as well. So let's zoom in here. Animation is quite fun, I suppose. Of course, brings something to life. So, but I don't want to keep it that simple. I want to let it propel in the end a bit. So let's simply duplicate this. And then add another key here. Let's see how that looks. That's too fast, so okay, we need to use the curves a bit. Should stop a bit harsher. Okay, maybe it shouldn't propel that much. Let's move this a bit back again. Okay, I want the second one to go slower, so yes. And I will reduce the amount still a bit, because it should be very subtle, the effect. Let's have a look again. Still too much. Yeah, that's nice. Like opens with a whip and then it stops. Okay. Let's also turn on material view over here. So this is our action. We're going to the action editor. We will call this small chest underscore open. We'll also create a fake user. Okay, and now we need one for closing it. So I will duplicate this and call it close. Then we don't need these keyframes. We need to switch these. So this was 30 and this was at 1. And this still is not dynamic enough. We want some action in there, you know? So it's the same thing we did with opening the chest, but well, in a reversed way. You know, you see that it slows down, that's why we need to manipulate the curves. Because if it would slow down, it wouldn't crash that much. Looks like it goes, oh yeah, can't go below that. So we probably need to adjust this a bit. Yeah, that looks nice. I like the dynamic look of it. Okay, let's save this and go back to normal view mode. Now, let's go to object mode. If we move this, it should move with it. So let's make the chest unselectable. Oh, of course it's an armature. So this is small chest underscore armature. Wait. There we go. And then there's the small underscore, no, small chest, one word. And this is unselectable. So if we try to select the chest, we only select the armature. We can only move that around. By the way, I should apply the scale to this. It's already applied, okay. Wait, I will make it selectable for a second again so that we can duplicate it to get a big chest. But then again, yeah. Make it unselectable. Whoop. Yeah, that is why animation is so fun. Just looks nice. Okay, let's set this to 0, no to 30, so that it is closed in the like normal state. And make this a big chest. Simply scale this up. Are you just making assets for some asset store? We are making a game. Yes. We haven't talked a lot about it yet, so it's like a little secret right now, but this will be part of a game. Yes. I'll just delete these for now. And move this up by 2 units so that we can edit the inside properly. Yes, but we created a yeah, like this. We created a game asset pack like a week ago. We're still waiting for approval from the Unity asset store. It is a Lowpoly tree pack with all the trees you need. So that will come out essentially at some point. Oh, we need to smooth the chest. Why are 2 fences? Oh. Somehow selected. Okay, that was weird. Okay, back to this. This is fine. Now let's take a look at the top part, which is not fine, of course. This should look good. Okay. When we can move it back down. When I move like something up to get it out of the way, I always do it by like 1 or 2 units, Blender units, or maybe 10 or something. Because then you can easily get it back down at the exact same point that it was before. Just need to memorize how many units you used. Or if you don't memorize it, you normally can guess it by trying. So let's see, we need to spread these evenly. I could calculate the distance, but I mean, you can see that there's some randomness in there, and I like that, because if you're playing in a perfect world where every like chest and fence and everything is just perfect, it doesn't look real and it doesn't feel real, and we're going for something that at least looks comfortable. And now we just used the same animation for our big chest as well, but we need to rename it. It should be the big chest. And this is the big chest. Okay, there we go. Let's maybe make it unselectable so that we don't mess anything up. Save this. Move this back as well. I suppose we can rename the actions because it's the same for... Oh no, it's not the same. Is this big chest close? And we also want whoop. Okay, but it seems like we don't need let's fake user small chest close as well and delete big chest close. Can we delete this? I don't know, but if we close it, it will be deleted automatically. This looks fun. Doop, doop, doop. Are some new chat messages? You always calculate it. Yeah? I mean, you can. If you're going for a really clean look, you can do it. But I don't like it. Just a matter of what you prefer to do. Hello, iSerp, and you use the randomizer features. Yes, you can do that as well. Of course. And for most of the things it's really handy. That is true. Okay, so now we got some chests done. We can delete those from our list. And next thing was a stone wall. Okay. Oh no, maybe smooth these. If I duplicate it, just duplicates the amateur. Okay. Because I want to keep these as low-poly assets as well. I probably should set up a new file for all the backup stuff. But I might do that in the lunch break, because I will take that soon. This is flat. Big chest flat. And big chest flat. What are you working on next? Probably a stone wall. I don't know. Yeah. We'll do some smaller assets until the lunch break. And then we might do some houses and more interesting stuff. At least I feel like that's more interesting. I love to do houses. And let's move this up here as well. And rename this to small chest flat. Small chest flat. I don't like this part of renaming everything properly, but it is necessary in the end. So let's stop at 30. Looks like MihiDK is back again. So we might talk a bit to him. Morning. I don't have talk power yet, he can't hear me. Oh. Okay, somehow OBS muted me. I do want to talk with you. So, welcome back to the stream. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Okay, this is our base mesh cube. Scale this down again. And get it placed properly again. And then, because this should be a fancy stone wall, not just any stone wall, but a fancy one, going to apply some nice modifications to the rocks. So just that it looks cool. Let's merge these. I used to scale them just to a single point and then remove the doubles if I wanted to merge some vertices, but there's Alt M, which I discovered like a couple of weeks ago, and which is just so much faster. Which shows that you need to know all the Blender shortcuts if you want to be really good. Let's move this above the base mesh. Okay, there we go. Duplicate this. It would be easier if I had a mirror modifier or something, but I simply don't have that set up right now. Okay. Yeah. That's the way you should do it, but yeah, Skype is man. But it doesn't seem to be something important. We have a lot of devs working right now on the game to get everything ready. It's really cool. It's getting real pretty fast. I'm pretty happy about that, but that means that I need to create more game assets, because if I don't, they will be faster than me. We will run into trouble. But let's just keep working. Yeah, I should have extruded it. So this is starting to become like a navigation training event. Yeah, just many, I don't know. Even I don't know how many devs are working right now.
Devs? Like for?
Yeah,
I think.
for programming, okay. I don't know.
No, it's not just a broken vector team. the guy in here, M64 dev, isn't dev too, but he isn't in our team right now. What's the script in the bottom center, Lars?
That's our exporter script.
Oh, okay.
Nothing new, yeah.
I thought this might be the kind of Lowpoly script we wanted to make. The smooth Lowpoly, the bevel script.
Yeah, but I want to apply the bevel manually, because that way I can control how much bevel there's.
Yeah, yeah. Scarecrow. Awesome.
Yeah, and also look at these fancy chest animations.
You made a chest animation.
Yeah,
Awesome.
wanted to do some animation work.
Wait, is that a rigged chest? Yeah, it's a
It is
rigged one.
Yeah, it's a rig.
Nice. I think a better way to do it would be with blend shapes.
No,
Blend keys.
you
No?
can't, no. Because you wanted to go around this angle. And if I were to do that with blend keys, it would like deform very weirdly. I can show that in a second if you want me to. Because it will look, it looks very funny.
Yeah. Because then it's a skinned mesh and not, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but just for the chests, it shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah.
Whoa. That was a weird view. I'm not really pleased with this wall. Should I continue on it?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, yeah,
Yes.
I'll finish it, but I don't like it.
Oh.
Yeah, I might have... I mean, the thing is I could use self-fracture, but self-fracture gives us a very unclean geometry. So, I don't know. Okay, and now let's move this down here. And there we go. Add large bevels on the inner edges of individual stones. Yes. Of course I will add a bevel. And yeah, if I do it very big, it might look nicer, but I need to make the like center stone a bit smaller for that. So let's name this first. Let's call it stone wall. Duplicate it to keep a flat version. Yeah, that looks kind of okay. But it might be too smooth for rocks. I don't know. Suppose we need to check that in Unity.
Okay, I just finished, or yeah, I just finished the Trello list. You can add your tasks if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that in the lunch break.
Okay.
So,
Do you have a script that removes the normal interpolation on flat surfaces? I think this is only one button in Blender,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably too smooth. I agree. We could move these and add a second bevel. It might work. No, I don't mean flat shading. I mean that your smooth shading with smooth transition to flat surfaces. Without a sharp edge. I don't know whether that is possible in Blender. I know that it is possible for like subdivision and creases, but I'm not sure about shading. Yeah, I don't know. So, I will probably not use this stone wall, but let's color it and
Yeah, we can use it for like our testing environments, I think.
yeah.
could use every prop you make.
It's not too bad, so.
Oh, I think I know what it means. Wait, why is it black? Oh. Hmm.
Wait. Yeah, I don't know, but let's keep the wall back here where nobody sees it. Okay, an image. That would be really good, yeah. I mean, we're now using bevel to create that effect. Oh, it's a beveled cube. Okay, I get it. So it's a better way to interpolate the flat shading. Yeah, so thanks for the input. I guess we will research that. Because that seems something we might want to have. Okay. So we have a more or less nice stone wall. And yeah, suppose we're doing a lunch break. I will be back in like 50 minutes. Yeah, that should work. So thanks for stopping by. And yeah, we will continue in 50 minutes. And then have a lot of streaming today. Because it's Super Stream Saturday. Okay.